Shabbat Shalom. The Parsha Hashavua weekly Torah reading is Vayeitzei, meaning he went out. Genesis chapter 28, verse 10 through chapter 32, verse 3. Jacob journeys on foot to Haran in order to take a wife from his own kindred. Along the way, he encounters the place in Hebrew, hamakom. He spent the night there, for the sun had set, Genesis 28, verse 11. And he dreamed, and behold, there was a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Genesis 28:12. This ascent and descent of the angels upon the ladder in Jacob's dream may be understood as being symbolic of prayer, according to Shechinah. Consider that this place, hamakom, is described by Jacob after the dream as the house of God and the gate of heaven. Genesis 28, verse 17. So, a parallel may be drawn between the place, hamakom, on earth, and the place, hamakom, used to describe where Hashem resides in Shomayim, heaven. As mentioned elsewhere, blessed be the glory of the Lord from his place, makom. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 12. Additionally, both the first and second temples were built on this very same spot. When Solomon built the first temple, he gave a speech stating, "I have surely built thee a house of habitation, a place for thee to dwell in forever." 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 13. Contrast these words spoken by King Solomon when he inaugurated the first temple with his words later in his speech. But will God in very truth dwell on the earth? Behold, heaven and the heaven of the heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house that I have builded? 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 27. This contrast points to the understanding found in the Talmud that God may be both transcendent in his place in heaven and immanent. For example, when his presence, the Shechinah, appeared at the Beis HaMikdash, the temple. As is also mentioned regarding the first temple, and it came to pass when the Kohen, the priests, were come out of the holy place, that the cloud filled the house of the Lord, so that the Kohen could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud. For the glory, in Hebrew, kavod, of the Lord, filled the house of the Lord. 1 Kings chapter 8, verses 10 through 11. The Talmud further notes that even though God resides in Shomayim, heaven, he can still hear the whispered prayers of a penitent standing near a column during a prayer service at a synagogue. Perhaps even the column itself suggests a connection between heaven and earth, likened to Jacob's ladder. Nevertheless, for many people, God seems to be distant, far away from the mundane business and chatter of the world. This dilemma may be approached through finding the opportunity to speak to God. In Judaism, we call this hisbadatus, Jewish meditation or prayer from the heart, from the depths of the heart, preferably during a quiet time set aside for this purpose. Although even in the sanctuaries of prayer today, where we worship, the service allows for an individual connection to God, especially when we resolve ourselves to tune out any distractions within or without. Shabbat Shalom.